Hello! As I continue on with recipes I make around the holidays, today we're going to make Tart Cranberry quick bread. Quick bread means no yeast, no kneading. You just mix this together and put it in your pans. The ingredients you're going to need, you probably have most of these, maybe not the cranberries on hand, but you're going to need 1½ cups of flour, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1 egg, 1/2 cup orange juice, 2 tablespoons of butter melted, 1 tablespoon of water, and you get 1½ cups of cranberries and then chop them in half. This recipe calls for fresh or frozen cranberries. I would think you'd have to thaw them if you're using frozen. Some recipes only call for fresh. Now, this calls for a loaf pan. It makes 1 regular loaf pan. I'm using little ones instead. I can't remember how many because I haven't made this since last year. I'll let you know. I think I make about 4 small loaves with this, or 1 regular loaf. So let's start this. The first thing you do is you put the dry ingredients together. To the 1½ cups of flour, I'm going to add the 3/4 cup sugar, the 1 teaspoon of baking powder, the 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and the 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure you get the right amounts on the soda and the powder and don't confuse them. So now I'm just going to whisk these together a little. That's good. Now I'll put the liquids together. 1 egg, 1/2 cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons melted butter, 1 tablespoon water. Let's give this a start. Orange juice, melted butter, and water. Then when this is whisked together, we add this to the dry. It's pretty simple. I think you could have the kids do this. Here comes the dry. Here comes the wet. Then when I've mixed this together, we're going to add the cranberries. And it's all set to bake. 350 degrees. The recipe says 45 minutes, but I'm using little pans, so I'm going to check at 30. You see, it's not a real runny dough at all. And I think we're about there. Let's see what's on here. This is so easy, and it is so tasty. You know, you could use some of that cranberry butter I had with my cranberry scones on this too. Last, but certainly not least, we're going to add the cranberries. These are the stars of the show. They were sitting right here and I almost forgot them. By the way, I have to give a special thanks to, I'll just call her Pink. She let me know. I was going to do a playlist called Cooking with Kids, but she warned me that that title could get me into trouble. Now, I'm a 69-year-old housewife in the middle of cornfields in Illinois. What do I know? Anyway, she was totally right, and I thank her for that, and I'm going to call it a different name, maybe Beginning Cooking or something. But I will have a playlist for beginning cooks. We will leave it that way. Okay, this is ready to go into the pans. Now, I like to use my little scoop for this. Let's see how many I'll put in each pan. I think I'll go for 3. Doesn't need to be a huge loaf. Slide on over. Let's do another one. I greased 5 of these little pans. We'll see what we end up with. But like I said, it also makes 1 bigger loaf, regular loaf pan. As you can see, I ended up with 5 mini loaves, and these will be big enough for gifts. You could make them a little skimpier, but I think they'd be too thin. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, 350 degrees, 30 minutes. My little toothpick told me 35 minutes, and they're browned nicely and they're done in the middle. I've let them cool 5 minutes in their little loaf pans, and now I'm going to get one out for Martin. So I usually have to use a fork to kind of still nudge them out even though I sprayed. And I just kind of do that. There we go. Beautiful Tart Cranberry quick bread. Fast, easy, and make them for gifts or eat them all yourself. Till next time, bye-bye.